on the euro, we were in a wedge, which we broke out of once we closed. Actually, we haven't closed above it, but we broke out. We went up to the 377, pulled back. We're in an uptrend here. You notice there's 3 bars. Okay, so here was our wedge. Broke out of the wedge into an uptrend. Give us an uptrend. There's a double bottom. We're in an uptrend. The trend meter is still strong, still going higher. So we'll see if there's a follow through. We're not one of those fake out breakouts, but we're coming back up to that 377 area. So really it's all about trend, and that's the whole thing I'm trying to do here, is emphasize trend versus most anything else. So we're watching to see what happens with that 377 area. There it is, breaking through, and that's actually a trade we could take right now. That's a pivot trade right there. So I'm going to actually get it ready. Buy limit order.
Order pending.
See if we right there. I have a buy limit order now on the euro.
Order filled.
Okay, we're filled. Stop goes lower bracket. You look at the 5-minute chart, you see how the fast signal line's right here, and it's been closing above, or opening there. That's okay, it's starting to join it. That's good. Alright, so we follow with our trailing stop to the lower bracket right here. Now we still haven't hit any resistance. This is the previous high right up here where the 0 is. So we're coming up to the previous high. So we're actually looking for a new high to get our fill. We may end up, okay, my stop's automatically been adjusted at 8 ticks profit, so I'll leave it there. Now we're at a double top, so we're 1 tick from our fill price. Now we have a green background, green background, green background, green background. So we have the strength and room to move higher to break through the double top. So hopefully that's what we'll do here. And we'll move up to that 512 area. Actually, let's just do that. I'm going to take my stop to break even because of the double top. I'm going to move my target just up to that 512 target area, and we'll either take a break even or hopefully we'll get a nice little runner here as it breaks through that double top. We got the 377 acting as support. We just broke out of consolidation, so we'll see if there's any follow through. So it's retesting its double top. Everything still looks really strong. If you can break the double top, which again we have a target up here, the 512, room to go higher. The trend chart, room to go higher. The trend meter's still bright green. And on the trend chart, the 8-4 chart, again, we break the double top, room to go higher. And there's our target area at the 512. So double top breaks, we're in good shape. If not, then we get a break even. 5 minutes showing that bar closed, so that one opened at the same price. There's really nothing to do, just wait it out. Okay, we broke the double top. That's good news. We can bring our target up just 1 tick here, or our trailing stop just up there 1 tick. Now, I could take my profit here, of course, but again, we have a green background on all 4 charts with room to go higher. So potentially we could have a nice little runner here. So I'm just giving it some room to move. If not, at least we'll have a tick profit. We'll lock in something. So I was hitting another pivot trade, and our stop is just below the 377 area. You can see the trend meter is starting to run out of steam. It's no longer green, it's yellow or orangey. And we're on, this is our support right here, so we'll see if we break or bounce off that area. Now, if we didn't have everything in a green background right now, which shows that all time frames, everything we're looking at is in breakout mode, then I would take my profit. But I'm just holding on a bit longer here, because I know the market wants to go up to that 512 area, so we'll see if it does that here as it's in breakout mode. Otherwise, it's going to start pulling back towards that fast signal line here. Yeah, it's starting to pull back towards the signal line. See the trend meter, it's showing a little bit of red here. On the trend chart, we're right on top of support here, so now we have a red down arrow here on the trend meter, so it's starting to see some weakness here. Well, we're still on support. The double bottom right here, we'll see if that holds on the 5-minute, and then we continue up. Remember, I'm holding because we're in breakout mode. If we were not in breakout mode, we'd already exit with our profit. So I'm holding on just a bit longer for that, up to that 512. Okay, so the double bottom on the 5-minute still holding. We're going back up. Again, I moved my target up a little higher right on the 512 because, again, we have the upper price channel way above, so we do have room to move higher. So the 512 or a tick from it would be the exit point. Okay, there's a tick from it, which would have just hit our target that second. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to follow the stop at the lower. See how we're making higher lows here? So my stop's going to go up here. I'm just trailing it below the previous low, or at the previous low. If I had left my target one tick below the 512, we would have hit it nicely. But either way, we'll still have a profit here of some kind. See, on my trend chart, we're hitting support again, the signal line, and now we're hitting our target. And still moving higher here. Didn't get filled that first hit. Again, so I'll just trail my stop then, right here. So I hit our target, no fill yet. So we're going to get, looks like our trailing stop's going to get hit here. That trend meter's gone red again. Our stop's in a good place though. I like where it is at the previous low. When it has a nice run, this is a way to play the run versus just leaving it at your entry price. Okay, so it's going back up towards the 512. Again, we have room to go higher in all the charts. We'll continue to follow it up as we have been. 512's resistance, we could take our profit there. Or again, because we're still in breakout mode, we just had a bounce here. We have room to go higher on my trend chart here, on the 8-4 chart, on the 5-minute chart. I don't care if I get a little bit of a profit here or a whole lot. I'll be happy with either or. But definitely, it hit the 512 exactly. That's a turning point. You've got volume going the opposite direction. So either way, I'm good. Doesn't matter. And again, the whole reason I'm holding like this instead of getting out is green background, green background, green background, green background. This is the most bullish scenario that you can have, and you still have room to move higher in your price channels above. So this is the only reason I'm holding it for this long versus getting out. Yeah, the Euro trades can take quite a while. It doesn't move. Sometimes they'll move really, really quick, and then other times they'll just go slowly. So on my trend chart, still on support here. If we're going to bounce, this is the point where we're going to bounce. Otherwise, it's going to move into a megaphone, or this would be a double bottom right there once it hits our stop. So, but it's at a bounce point right now. So this is where we're looking for it to go back up. So we're coming back to the 512 area. And if we make a new high, we'll move our stop up below this low right here. In other words, we hit this upper bracket at 131.74. And then our stop goes, we'll make a new bar at that point. Our stop goes right here. Alright, so watch my trend chart here. Trend meter's back to green again. So that's a good sign. And again, a higher low. That's a new high. That's a good sign. We did just do what I just mentioned. We made a new high, so our stop goes where? Right there. Lower previous low. We're back at the 512. Again, this is a reversal area, and it's a good place to take a profit. Like I said, 3 green backgrounds here. Actually, that'll give me 200 right there, won't it, if I do that. Alright, so I'm going to put my target on the upper bracket, and that'll give us 200 for the day.
Target filled.
Okay, there you go. So we got our 200 on that trade, on the €1 trade. Waited for our setup. Again, remember I was saying it was in a wedge pattern before, so we had to leave it alone. And waited till it broke out, and then once it did, confirm the trend, green background, green background, green background. In other words, they're in breakout mode. And more importantly, we have a trending market on all the time frames.